This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the historic Lancashire Arts Centre for their presentation of Urinetown.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Carrie Hayter, the director of Urinetown.
So what drew you to Urinetown?
I really love the perspective of satire. I think this is such a very topical musical today. I mean, we're in a drought. We're in a very hostile political climate. We're sort of living in an environment where we maybe turn a blind eye to the privileged and the homeless, and sort of we're kind of living this story. And so the smart satire of the musical is definitely topical and very fun and very challenging.
So the hardest job of a director is casting. What do you look for in your casting?
I look for authenticity. I look for a sense of humor. I look for people who are genuine and who have a good, strong sense of who they are. This play really needs interesting people that are quirky and different and really can own who they are as people. And so when I cast, I look for people who have a sense of confidence and they own who they are, and they have no shame about who they are, and they accept who they are. And so that's what I look for. And a strong work ethic, for sure.
I really like this performance. It was very, very good. The scene was actually very, very good. I didn't hear a bad note amongst them. The dancing was very good, and the acting was actually superb also. It's hard to get great singers who are great actors at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. I think also in casting, I always look for the actor first, because an actor can make any voice, any song, any dance, they can make it work and they can tell that story. If they can act and tell a story, they can do anything. So that really is at the top of my list, is looking for actors that really understand acting and how to play a role and how to contribute to an ensemble.
Mm-hmm. I think the theme of Urinetown is actually very similar to the theme of this theater company, where it's pay as you wish. This makes art accessible, and that's the way, obviously, public facilities should be. And I feel art is a basic necessity also.
Oh, art is definitely a necessity, and interesting that you bring up pay what you want. We really believe in that, and we want art to be accessible, and we really do this because we love it, and that's why we're here, and we really are proud to share this story with everybody.
Once again, I really love the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Ted Barton. This is the third show I've done for Courage, and other than that, I've worked a lot regionally.
And which character did you play?
Officer Lockstock. I think Officer Lockstock is kind of the genius of musical theater. He's there to explain to the audience all the conventions, and of course his little protege, little Sally, is always taking the logical view, which conflicts with the musical theater worldview. So he has to straighten her out.
I thought you were fantastic. I just loved your performance.
That's very kind. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Musically, I loved it, and also, actually, you danced pretty well for a person of your size.
Well, thank you.
If some of my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a really funny show, a really good time. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
A very interesting thing about this show, about Urinetown, and also about this theater company, where they have this policy where you actually pay what you can.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like making theater accessible, like how they made Urination accessible.
Exactly. Exactly. My girlfriend Nikki Monet is the executive director of Courage, and yeah, that's how I got the job. But I've always admired them for many reasons, but particularly because from day one they have had a pay what you want policy, and I think it's fantastic.
Well, once again, I thought your performance was fantastic. Thank you very much for being on the show.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Gary Lamb. I'm an actor, director, and been in the business for 35 years or more. And I'm artistic director, co-artistic director of Crown City Theater Company. And you saw a show that I directed at Sierra Madre not that long ago.
So which character did you play tonight?
Caldwell B. Cladwell. The director wanted him to be an archetypical villain, and I think I tried to round him out nicely into being, since at the end of the show, without giving too much away, he really wasn't that bad a guy, what he was doing, so...
I really like the way he performed that one, because I've actually seen some versions of Urinetown where they just made him a cartoon character. he was just totally unbelievable.
Well, I appreciate that, because that was one of the things I talked about with the director right from the first rehearsal, was I wanted him to be a full, rounded human being, even though he is the villain of the show.
Question about this theater company. There's a special policy that I've heard once about it being I've heard a theater company based on the East Coast very similar to that policy, in which basically it's pay what you wish. My radio station has this policy: we never put the price of anything unless it's free. So basically, could you tell me a little bit about the policy here?
Well, I'm not a company member, but the policy is that it's pay what you can afford. So some people come, and to reserve a ticket, you have to put up a certain amount of money. I'm not sure what the minimum is, but since the show sells out, they do get a lot of reserved seats. But if you want to add more to that, you can. And the price of tickets, to even reserve is way less than you're going to find any other theater in town.
That kind of strikes a chord with Urinetown, how it's like, there's certain amenities that's supposed to be free or accessible, however you want to do it. This theater has art the same way. That's how there are some big theater companies in, I'd say, New York, Broadway, where the price of a ticket would be extremely expensive. Seeing as I'm not advertising for them, I can say the price. It would be like, I don't know, starting at $150. So I consider that somewhat inaccessible art. What do you think?
I think that's way inaccessible, especially, I bought season tickets to the Pantages for the first time this year, and I felt like I'm going broke, and those were nowhere near those prices. And now, for this show, I think you're getting an off-Broadway to Broadway quality show for, and hopefully you guys throw more money at the theater company.
And once again, I really liked the performance. I liked your performance. I thought you were a very believable villain. I actually focus on villains when I look at a show, because they're the most interesting characters. Everyone else is kind of just playing themselves. So once again, I really loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much. Pleasure meeting you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
I'm Nicole Monet. I'm the Executive Director of Courage Theater Company, and I'm also playing Little Sally in our production of Urinetown.
What's your take on your character?
Oh gosh, I think I'm the smartest person in the show, but I'm also the youngest person in the show. And I think I have all the wisdom, and if people would just listen to me, it would have worked out better.
Actually, I have a question about your theater company here. It's very similar to the theme of Urinetown, where basically the people have the right to, do whatever they do their private things and all. Your theater company, is actually the attendance here free?
It's not free. It's pay what you want. You choose your ticket price. We want to make theater to be accessible to anybody who wants to come. So you could pay $1, you could pay $100, and we do keep our box office open all night, so that if you come and you pay a small amount and you enjoyed the show, you can always pay afterwards.
Very interesting. You see, one of the rules in my radio station is I can't advertise the price of anything unless it's free. If it's free, I can. So you didn't advertise the price, so I'm not sure. I could probably air that. But it's actually very similar to the theme of Urinetown, where it's like, it's a free amenity. Art is kind of supposed to be free. Is that correct?
I think art's supposed to be accessible, and whatever that means, free or payment, or just making it, Hamilton on Broadway is this amazing thing, but a lot of people can't afford to go see it, which is unfortunate. So I think it's about making sure that people can have access to this kind of theater, this kind of art.
Why did you start that policy anyway?
We started it from day one because we were a bunch of poor college students who started a theater company, and we were like, we want good theater, and we want good theater that we can afford. It was just hard to find in LA, so it's just been our mission for 7 years, and it will continue to be our mission forever.
Well, my feelings of this play is I loved it.
Great.
I like to sing. They're all fantastic singers. Again, I've seen the musical before. It's actually a very good musical. And I actually enjoyed the way you played it also, your part.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
Hi, this is Daniel Belushi. I'm a junior at Cal State Northridge, currently majoring in music, but I do have a passion for musical theater. I just played Bobby Strong in this production of Urinetown with Courage Theater Company. It was a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite shows ever. I love the comedy. It's my sense of humor for sure. My take on Bobby Strong. So generally, he is played as the everyman, leading man, buff, like macho, and I tried to go with a more not quite frumpy, but a little more realistic. I'm going to say, like a normal kid who starts out a little bit afraid and then gets his spine going, and then he just starts it all. And I try to keep it a little more modest.
I really liked your performance. I thought you were very exciting. I thought you stepped in the character very well.
Thank you so much. It was a challenge for sure. My past several roles have been at college, playing older, so I haven't had the chance to quite do the leading man thing in a while. So it was a lot of fun for sure.
So are you familiar with the policy behind the Courage Theater that basically it's pay as you wish?
I heard of that when I was auditioning for it, and I had never heard of Courage before, and I think that's a really awesome philosophy to put on such high-quality professional work that anyone can come and see. I know a lot of my friends will often not go and see things. A ticket will be $15, $20, $25, but when you can just go and see it for however much you need to pay, I think that's really awesome.
I think that actually goes with the theme of Urinetown, where it's not inaccessible. You know what I mean? Basically, that art should be either free or accessible.
I agree. It's Urinetown is especially so relevant right now in California. There's a drought. The election is nuts. Government in general is pretty crazy, and just being able to go and see such a self-aware show as Urinetown, it's a privilege for sure.
Once again, I really loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
Jana Cardia, from originally Chicago, moved to New York, lived there for 14 years, been here for about 2 years. I've done theater for 25 some years, very long time, and I love this show, and I'm so grateful that Carrie Hayter gave me this opportunity.
Great, and which character did you play?
Penelope Pennywise. Well, she's been through it, you know. She's been through the stink years. She had a child that she had to let go. She's still slightly in love with Caldwell and has that idea that she wants to be a family with him. She's a bit greedy as well, but also at the end of the day, she's just trying to survive like everyone else. So, you know, that's my take. I'm like working hard for my money.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this play, what should they expect to see?
Total hilarious comedy. Just like a great time. Gosh, I don't even know. I think more than anything, just a lot of laughs.
I really love the way you played your part. Again, I've seen Urinetown before, and you really nailed your role.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so generous of you. Thank you.
I'm not being generous. I'm a journalist. I only say the truth. If I didn't like it, I'd tell you.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Even if you were to speak the truth and it was negative, I'll take it. I can take it.
Once again, I loved your performance. I loved everyone. I loved everyone else in it also. I loved the singing. I loved the dancing. The dancing was pretty good.
Yeah, right? Good times.
Well, I was kind of in the front row, so it's kind of hard.
I know. It's hard to get the full picture. Right.
Once again, I loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. So nice to talk to you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Danny Bernardo. So I'm a returning LA native. I did theater in Chicago for many years. I'm really back to be my hometown and getting involved in the theater scene here. I played Hot Blades Harry and Old Man Strong. What's great about this show is that they present big, broad-stroked characters. You see their function in other musicals. And what's great about Old Man Strong is he presents like the Uncle Ben to Bobby Strong's Peter Parker. And Hot Blades Harry is that quintessential bad guy / dancer / gangster from Guys and Dolls, Riff and West Side Story. It's a really fun take on musical theater.
I really like the way you played those pieces because I'm a big fan of anti-heroes and villains. You just stepped right into it. It was very good acting.
Well, thank you so much. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a lot of fun to really delve in and really sing my heart out and dance my heart out. Yeah.
I thought the entire company sang very well too. It was a beautiful chorus, beautiful individual solos also.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's such a really tight ensemble, which is really important in theater, and we all just get along, we all work together and support each other. So it's really great that that reads on stage.
About the theme of Urinetown, it's about, obviously urination being accessible. This theater company is kind of like that, where it's actually pay as you wish.
Yeah, well, it's a great model because it makes theater really accessible to everybody. It makes sure that theater as an art form doesn't get lost, that everybody can see theater. And it's great because people who can afford to pay more usually pay more, and the artists and the students and like the workaday people that want to see theater but can't necessarily afford to see quality theater can come, pay what they can afford, and see a really quality show. So it's really great.
Once again, I love the performance. I loved you in the performance in particular. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Ashley Kane. I played Hope tonight in the performance. It was an awesome experience. We had such a great time. I look forward to our whole run. It's going to be amazing.
Great. What's your take on Hope?
Quirky, kooky, a lot of fun. She doesn't take anything too serious.
Great. I thought the musical was fantastic. I love the singing. I love the act. Again, the way it was meant to be. Some of it's meant to be cartoonish. Some of it's meant to be serious. Had a very serious message to it.
Of course.
Yeah. So if some of my viewers decide to come by and see the show, what should they expect to see?
See something that'll move you. You won't you will laugh a lot, but you will think a lot more.
Once again, I really love the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm at KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Robert Collins. I actually just graduated California State Northridge. This is my first professional show. Thank the Courage Theater so much for even allowing me to do this. I had a wonderful time. Thank you very much for coming in today. I really appreciate it. And, just starting my musical theater career and see how it goes. I played Officer Barrel. Officer Barrel is, we made this joke about Barrel's closet going on. I don't know if you see me exiting and entering through a closet, because he seems very reserved, but he's also just he's like the cool cop to Lock, Stock, serious cop. And he brings in the funny while Lock, Stock brings in the all right, we need to get down to business. And it's a really fun role to play. You can take it anywhere you want to. It's just a lot of fun.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect a lot of laughs, funny bits. If you love musical theater, you should get all of the references, because we for sure make fun of it. We make fun of all the theatricalities of theater, all the conventions. It's just a lot of fun.
I really liked the performance. It was fantastic. I loved the singing. I loved your performance in it also.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I see you again.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Marcus, I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
My name is Nicole Garcia. I'm 25 years old, born and raised in Los Angeles. I'm normally doing, top 40 pop stuff. I'm a recording artist, but I have returned to my roots of musical theater, working with Carrie Hayter, who is my high school theater teacher. First time in 8 years working with her, so super happy. I played Little Becky Two Shoes. She's just a feisty, fiery girl, and she has a lot of pent-up anger that she throws around, especially in the second act when she sings about killing hope. And she tries to finesse it a little bit, and but she's kind of a hothead, very on par with Hot Blades Harry, of course. So she's kind of partners in crime with him.
I really loved your performance. I loved everyone's performance. So if my viewers decide to come by and see the show, what should they expect to see?
Ooh, okay, some in-your-face theater. Those in the front row, be prepared to be stared down. It's super duper fun, and I would just say see it multiple times, because there's so many things that you miss on the first go-round. There's so many things going on, especially in the finales and this and that. There's little moments that make up the show, and you can't see them all on one go-round.
I have to compliment the entire cast on the musicality. It was very good singing, wonderful singing.
Thank you so much. We worked really hard on it. Greg, our musical director, is fantastic. Peter on the keyboard, he's fantastic as well. And then, the cast just gels well together as a company. So I'm very grateful for all of them.
Once again, I really enjoyed the musical. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
I'm Janet Song. I'm an actor. I'm an audiobook narrator. I am a part-time administrative worker. I do anything and everything that feeds the soul. I was playing Josephine Strong tonight. Oh, Josephine's a tough woman. She's had a lot to deal with. She loses her husband and her son in the matter of 2 hours tonight, and she still comes out swinging. She's wonderful.
I really liked the performance tonight. I loved everyone singing. I loved everyone's acting, and I loved everyone's dancing.
I am so in awe of this cast. They are phenomenally talented. I am honored to be a part of their group.
If some of the viewers decide to come by and see the show, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see an homage to musical theater and just expect to have a great time.
One thing I've noticed that's similar to the theme of Urinetown and this company is that this company has a pay-as-you-wish policy, which is somewhat rare in theater. Could you comment on that?
Well, from what I know of Courage and the years that I've been following them, their pay what you want policy is all about making sure that people don't miss a chance to see theater just because of their inability to pay. So they say, come and see whatever you want with whatever you can, and I think that's a great mission.
Once again, very similar to the theme of Urinetown, where basically instead of controlling, I guess, a basic need, it was actually free. I feel art's actually a basic need also for expression, and it should be accessible also.
I totally agree, and that's why I'm such a fan of Courage, because they believe in that mission and they believe that arts are a necessity and that it shouldn't be based on your ability to pay to get it.
Once again, I really love the musical. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Christopher Davis Carlisle from Alabama. Been in LA about 10 years. Been doing theater, so our theater group, national commercials. Worked in New York for a while as well. And it's my first show with Courage. It's been great.
Great, and which character do you play?
Billy Boy Bill. He doesn't have a lot of scripted things, so we've created a whole world for him to exist and do his own sort of antics. I don't want to give too much away. It's good stuff.
You know, of all the ensemble members there, you actually stood out. I actually enjoyed your performance.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I tried to keep it interesting and not be too much, but definitely live in the world of the show, but add to it as well.
If my viewers to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a wonderful time, a great show, and they should expect to laugh their butts off. That's what they should expect.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed myself also. I thought the singing was fantastic. I thought the acting was pretty good too. Basically, they were some acted like caricatures, but that's supposed to be the way it is. And there was actually very deep message to it, actually, too.
Yeah, it's very, very topical. I mean, the show's about 16 years old, but it takes place in a drought. We're in a drought, and there's the added, HB2 for North Carolina, and there's reference to going to the restroom with whoever you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. And that's kind of like a new meaning that the show's taken on that the original authors didn't even intend. So it's a new sort of political reason to do the show, in addition to just being ecologically mindful.
Well, once again, I really liked the performance. I noticed during the performance, I really enjoyed your performance too. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Urinetown will be playing at the historic Lancashire Arts Centre from November 5th to December 3rd. For more information, go to www.courage.org.